Alright, so we're back with Team Meta Sheep with my man Chase. And so what were you playing?
ABCs.
Alright, let's get in the deck profile.
Okay. It's ABCs, so start with 3A, 3B, and 3C. You gotta play them. This is more of a link deck now, so play them at 3s apiece. And if you draw multiples, it sucks sometimes, it happens, but every deck breaks a little bit. The one oddball I'm playing is I'm playing one Torque Tune Gear because it lets for a bunch of combos. Detach, tag out Buster, and equip it with Union Hanger when you bring out your pieces, and that either gives you next turn Skull Dragon with a Skull Dread or Omega, depending on whatever you need to do. That, and he is a viable target, so C can proc if you got him in your hand too. Next up, we got 2 gold, 2 silver. Don't really need too many more. This is the Draco build. I forgot to mention that. So it does proc with diagram pretty good. And then I got tired of top decking it, so I put in a second copy. I played 2 Gym Knights for my Brilliant because bricks suck. And screw it, I'll toss another one in there.
Why not Garnet?
Because see that? It's got 900 defense, and when you get to practice at locals, you play Chaos Max, and if they have Book of Eclipse, you lose with Garnet, and he's only 100 less, so screw it. That, and I just hate Garnet. The only Dracos I run is 2 Masterpiece, because everybody hates it, and they forget how hard it is to kill that card sometimes. But I've noticed that if you got Masterpiece on board with your other bosses, they try to kill him first, and totally disregard like Buster and Scaldy and all the other big guys because they're just terrified of this card. Lastly, for the monster lineup, the hand traps that everybody loves to play but hates. 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, 2 Droll. Still debating if I want these in the side or the main, but right now it works. And then everybody's favorite card, Max C. Just, you don't need explaining on these anymore. Everybody hates them, so that's it for the monsters. So this is ABC, so you need Hanger because without this card the deck sucks, and that card just does so much for you. And then Dracos, I do play 3 even though I'm playing a really small Draco engine, just because it helps combo with the gadgets and lets you cycle and dump pieces. Like you can pop out an extra piece that you need to put in the grave, and you just get free advantage. It's an extra target for Buster to dump when you need it. And if you're playing field spells, you gotta play the Terraform, use to search it. Because everybody loves this card. Hopefully it doesn't get hit, but if it does, so be it. We got more cards. I do play the Brilliant Engine, as I said before. It's a really good combo extender. It's a 1 card Masterpiece. And with Brilliant Fusion, it's just instantly you have Decode. As long as you have another card in your hand, another monster. That's it for the 3 ofs. For the Draco spells, I just play 2 Heritage because you don't need Disciples. You don't have enough targets to recycle enough. And typically this deck likes to stun you and then just OTK like crazy. So a good +1, +2 off the draw effect every here and there is nice, and then it just helps. 1 Raigeki because I love board wipes and it's just funny. And then for the traps, I only run 1 of each of the Draco traps. Always search this one first, the Apocalypse, because like I said, everybody goes for your Masterpiece, so you search this out later and just start spamming them back out with this effect, and it's just a free tribute fodder for anything in your deck for the other Masterpiece or links, and you just get a draw off Heritage. That's it for the main, and it's 43 for the main, which is kind of weird, but it works. For the extra, this is like post EXFO, so I got Underclock Taker. He's got a nice effect, and he's an easy link too that only requires 2 effects, and you needed another one like Proxy for this because when you set up the Brilliant, you need to get the Seraphinite off the board and start link combo, and like he just helps do it. And then if you got an A underneath him, you can target something and it loses the attack of A. It just makes stuff easier to kill. And then Proxy, because everybody knows proxy. And then I play one Akashic because 90% of the deck is light machines. So it just helps, and then everybody forgets about the bounce effect. It's just nice to climb the ladder. And then one Genius. I'm debating if I need to go to 2 on this yet. I got to do some more play testing, but I like it at 1 so far. And then Link 3s. Play 2 Decode. If anything comes out for another Genius, it's going to be one of these. But he helps so much. Because you just tag out with Buster and then like dodge stuff with him tripping it off, and then they proc. So it's just a good card. The new fun target in this deck. This card is busted. The last thing this deck needed was to be able to cycle my hand, and he lets you do that for free. And then Borreload, everybody's favorite Link. He is just too good. Rank 4s, I really cut this down, and it's kind of slim. So it's just Tornado and Baguska. Because this card works really well with ABCs, and then this just helps in the Pin Magician matchup. And then, like I said earlier, I play the Torque Tune Gear, so I can make Omega in this deck. And I use it to rip cards if I need to, but late game, I use him as a link material, so I can put him in the grave and then use his effect to tag back another Buster and him to the extra deck. Because everybody hates Busters, and it's hard to deal with 3, let alone a 4th one. And then Seraph Knight for Brilliant Fusion, no explaining. And then 3 Buster, everybody's favorite boss monster. And that's really it. So.
All right.